It is a bittersweet moment for us here at Katu tonight. As many of you know, our dear friend and colleague, Steve Dunn, is signing off from the anchor desk for the last time. For 39 years, he's been a steady voice that our viewers have trusted to bring you the news in difficult times and moments of joy. Here's a look back at how it all began. Along the Portland television landscape, there is no journalist more trusted and respected than Katu's own Steve Dunn. Steve grew up in Michigan, and the love of journalism started early.
I was 10 years old, and my parents bought me a tape recorder. I would walk around interviewing anybody who would listen to me. From that point on, I just knew I had this fascination with doing interviews. And I would sit and watch the news, any newscast I could find.
After high school, he attended Central Michigan University, studying the ins and outs of broadcasting.
As soon as you jump in, you can anchor, you can report, you can be a producer, whatever you want to do, and they fit you right into that role. And so I was anchoring several nights a week on the campus TV station.
Right out of college, Steve took a chance and applied to WPBN in Traverse City, Michigan.
I put on my one suit, I drove over to Traverse City, asked to speak to the general manager. He came out and he said, I have about 5 minutes, but come on in my office. We ended up at an hour-long conversation. And he said, hey, while you're here, I want to put you out on the set and see how you do. 2 days later, he called me up. He said, I've narrowed the job down to you.
After his time in Traverse City, Steve joined the news team at KGUN in Tucson, Arizona. In 1986, Steve made the leap to Portland to join KATU.
And that's something the Neighborhood Coalition and the Gang Task Force can use right now.
I came here as the weekend anchor and the crime reporter.
Good evening, I'm Paul Inman.
And I'm Steve Dunn. I was doing the 6:30 and 11, and then, eventually moved to the 5, 6, and 11.
Steve brought his journalistic skills to cover major news events.
Miles down the road is the refuge.
All these folks are all evacuated still, all still out of their homes. Any big story, I want to be out there. This is just one of the homes we found today.
He's hosted a countless number of specials, town halls, and Katu's political discussion show, Your Voice, Your Vote.
And that means some critical bills are being left in limbo.
When you bowl for kids' sake, you help children who need a friend and mentor.
Steve has also shown a deep commitment to the community, giving his time to dozens of Northwest charities over the years.
Very early on in my career, and my dad said to me, make sure you're also helping the community along the way. You're not just doing your job. They absolutely can donate, and these people are doing such a great job up there at OHSU. New technology, saving lives.
Whether it's emceeing an auction or a walk or creating his own charity golf tournament, Steve doesn't hesitate when it comes to the community.
Because it is so incredibly important to give back.
This is really surreal, and it's hard for many of us to imagine the newsroom without you in it.
You get over it so fast, Deb. I'm telling you right now, everybody's replaceable, right? But
Not you. You really aren't.
Let me just say, I'm going to just take a moment here and just talk about working with you.
Thank you.
And all these fabulous folks I've had the privilege of working with over the years made my job so much easier. I'm not kidding you. It has been fabulous.
Well, don't take over right now, because we have a show that we have produced.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
How many stories do you think you've done over the years?
You know, it's a really good question. I would have no idea. It's got to be in the thousands, I would think, at this point, just because I've been here for so long. But every single one of them different, of course, and they all involve just, amazing people in every single story.
So I have another number for you, and for our viewers at home, this is really extraordinary. You've only had 4 co-anchors, like real full-time co-anchors.
It's true.
In fact, we want to bring them into the studio now. People at home will recognize these Portland institutions.
Oh my gosh.
Natalie Marmion, Paul Lindman, and Jeff Gianola.
Oh, you guys did it to me this time.
I get the first time.
Stop it.
He's a smart man.
So great.
Hi.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. Thank you guys so much for coming in and sharing your stories with Steve tonight.
Holy mackerel.
Only some of them. We can't share all of them.
Oh,
No,
you can.
we know that.
I mean, what are they going to do, fire me?
That's true. That's true. So we do want to start. I want to start with Natalie first. Some of your best moments, your memories that you have with Steve.
Oh, we have so many.
Oh my gosh.
Most shows, well, lots of laughter, right?
Yes.
So that's just my favorite. Like, we always had a good time. Even through the hard stuff, I could just always count on crying. We were laughing so hard. And most of the time, correct me if I'm wrong, being summoned into the boss's office by the end of the show
Oh, yeah.
because things went so sideways.
So many times. Oh my gosh.
In a good way, though.
Yes.
In a good way, yeah, in a good way. Well, the numbers work, so somebody liked what we
somebody
were doing.
watched.
We had fun, though.
Oh,
It was always
gosh.
fun, and you always,
Look at these three faces.
Yeah.
This is really incredible, isn't it? Seeing you all here. Thanks for coming in.
Oh,
Paul, what do you remember?
Not much.
I set that one up, didn't
Some
I?
things don't change.
I know.
No, I enjoyed working with Steve sometimes. What I remember about Steve was he used to have this affectation, if you will, where he would look off. and it was for no good reason, except it was just Steve. And to bother him, when he would start doing that,
Yeah.
I would go. Do you remember Steve?
Oh, trust me.
He used
I
to drive-
remember.
He used
Oh.
to drive him crazy. He's the anchor guy, and I'm the other anchor guy.
There's a common theme. There's some shenanigans with Natalie, with
yeah.
Paul, and I'm sure with you too,
Oh, yeah.
Jeff.
Jim.
well, my favorite, Steve, actually involves Paul. I mean, Steve and I had some great moments.
Oh, yeah.
But my favorite is around this time of year, they were doing a story on Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And Steve had the line, the big red one is
Oh, yeah.
coming.
Oh,
Instead
yeah.
of Santa. And
I don't think it was
Paul,
mine. I think it was an ad lib. The big red one.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Well, you know, I'll tell you, working with all three, obviously just great times. But all of them, the commercial breaks, the stuff we would talk about,
Yeah.
and the laughter we would have, from
Yeah.
all three of you at different times of my life. So thank you very, very much for that.
Let's
So,
talk more about their impact on you, each of them.
Oh, mine?
Yes, that's you. That's a question to you.
we were so impactful, clearly.
Steve, yeah, well, whatever.
It didn't impact us at all.
It could have prepared me for this a little better, Gavin, to be honest with you. No, every one of these guys obviously had an impact on me, and I loved working with Natalie in the mornings.
Yeah.
Remember that, Natalie?
I do.
We just kind of would go wild in the mornings.
Our
really.
poor producers. We had, an hour-and-a-half show. They produced about 6 minutes,
Yeah.
and then who knows what would happen. The wheels would come off.
Tell the pie. Wasn't there a pie competition story that you guys did?
Yes, there was.
Oh, yeah. You can be truthful now. You
Okay.
never baked that
This
pie,
is-
there
did
we
you?
go.
This is my moment.
This is your moment.
I'm going to be truthful.
Who really
we had a
made that
pie
pie,
baking
Steve?
contest. It was Joe English, Natalie, and I in the mornings. And we all said, we got to bake the pie, bring it in, and then we're going to judge, see who won.
Yeah.
So I forget about it. Last minute, I run to grocery store, and I bring it, and then
Shocker.
I pop it in the oven, and I bring it out. And we're like, do you make that? And Natalie's like, you seriously made that? I go, yeah, I'm not kidding you. Well, the judges picked mine as the winner, right?
Even though I'm sure hers was the
Still
best.
Hers was great, Joe's was
Yeah.
great, but I had the store-bought one, obviously. In fact, I just told Joe English this story like a week or so ago. I said, Joe, I got to tell you something.
You fessed up to it?
I fessed up. That pie was actually store-bought. But we had some, and Paul, gosh, how many laughs did we have through the years,
It was
honestly?
just- the news kept getting in the way.
Right.
You know, we just. That's the thing about this business. It never seemed like work, did it?
Right.
Right.
You were with your friends, you were communicating, and it was just a joy. It didn't feel like work at all.
And somehow people watched it. You know?
Yeah.
Really. It was somehow people watched it. And Jeff, of course, on the 11 o'clock news, we used to have
Steve.
so much fun.
That's some of the best memories of my career in broadcasting, is anchoring that 11 with you. Me, you, Rob Marciano, Ron Carlson. And we always said that first segment was news, brought you up to date. After that, it was a free-for-all.
Free-for-all. No, absolutely. But there again, it would be, you know, the boss would pull us in. He'd look at the ratings and go, I don't know what you guys are doing at 11 o'clock, but just keep on doing it.
We had that famous video of the
Yeah.
two of you guys. Well, there's the Emmys, but the helicopter. Did
Oh,
we
yes.
show that yet?
Yes. Yeah, here we go, Jeff. Remember this?
This is when you and I put together a story about us stealing the K2 helicopter and taking it for a joyride.
No, the driver's side is over here. I get to drive. I get to drive. I'm driving. No. Give me that. You know, ever since we were doggone kids, you had to read the
Doesn't surprise any of us.
Let me in. I get to drive. Please, let me in.
That was
Flip
having
coin.
fun, right? Just letting you know.
Oh,
Okay, you're in. But I get to help drive. Get in. Okay. Woo-hoo.
you know, as we're watching that, what that was is, remember, Jeff and I used to, when Jim Bosley would go on vacation or something, Jeff and I would host AM Northwest. And so we'd do these goofy things where we'd have people from the audience ask us questions, and they would say, one person say, hey, did you guys ever get to ride in the helicopter? And we go, Well, as a matter of fact, let's show you this. And that's what we did.
Do each of you have advice for Steve after leaving the news business?
Yeah, what's the advice?
Run. No.
Wait a minute, some of us
Go
are still
feed
in it.
pigeons with this buddy over here.
I don't know. I just left. I think you find that, we're in a business where there's deadline after deadline after deadline, and all of a sudden when that's lifted off of you, it's kind of liberating, And,
Right.
yeah.
I agree with you. You and I are supposed to meet on the park bench, remember?
Well, I say every Tuesday and Thursday, Steve, from 10 to 11, will be feeding the pigeons in the South Park lot.
I show up with
And
food.
you're welcome to stop by.
It's an appointment.
I think it's important to find something to do.
Yeah.
And for me, in season, for the last several years, I've been a high school baseball umpire.
Wow.
I love baseball, I love the game, and you get trained and certified, and you're constantly tested, make sure you're up on the rules. And you can write your own schedule if you want to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or one game a week, or no weekends, and they need umpires so bad, you can do what you want. And
Imagine the puns you could throw out at those kids.
Man, I was
if you
just
were doing
thinking about
something
that,
like
as he was
You'd have a
saying
great
that.
time.
What about you, Natalie? Give me some advice here.
Shopping's great. Wellness centers are great. Travel's great.
yeah, shopping and watercolors.
No, but I think about the times you also watched The Boys. You're talking about those skits on AM
Oh, tell 'em-
Northwest.
tell 'em
Do you
that story.
remember
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
times with Luke
Right.
when he was he even two?
Two maybe. I got
Thankfully,
to
there was a
babysit.
camera. He babysit again. Thankfully, there was a
I
camera
remember that.
following them around because
There was another babysitter.
yeah.
Well,
Sitting him.
honestly, what happened was he about 2 years old at the time?
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah, we should find him.
So I said, hey, let's make some prank phone calls. So we
That's still his
did.
personality.
He and I made some prank phone calls. He was like 2 years old. It was so much fun. Oh my
So much
gosh.
fun. And how about when Jake was little? And I told him, I was doing a show, one of those times you had to bring your kids to work with you, right,
Yeah.
for just a few minutes. And he was sitting over here, was doing so good, minding his own little business, letting mama work. And I'm reading a story, and Steve's like, come here. Come here. And we're sitting on camera, sitting here on the set, and this little boy is trying to climb. He's laughing. He's not
This is the
helping me
funniest
at
thing
all. Little boy saying, Mama, help me.
You're probably reading a tragic story at the time.
Yeah, I to this day remember which one
just
it was.
looking around the news set,
Yeah.
what I remember on our old set, there was a red phone that
Oh
the
yeah.
producer would
Oh
call.
yeah. Oh no.
It was one digit off of the Domino's pizza on
That's
Wyler.
right. That's right.
We would be in the middle of a newscast, and the phone, it would ring very softly.
Yeah.
And you think, is the producer trying to reach out? And you said, hi, Domino's, I'd like a medium sausage. And I go, and I'm quietly trying to say, as you're sitting there, it's not Domino's. 30 years later, I'm in a place and I meet the lady that says, oh, Jeff, I used to call the station and think it was Domino's.
There you go.
hilarious.
But you remember that? It would ring.
Completely.
We were in the middle of a newscast and
Yeah.
someone thinks we were Domino's Pizza.
No, I know we're going to break, but I remember you and I used to make prank phone calls from the set.
Yes.
You remember that?
More
We won't
shocking.
talk about
Who
that.
makes prank phone calls?
This one. We can go on and on with all our stories and memories, but we are going to continue the farewell to Steve right after this break. Welcome back. Tonight we are saying goodbye to Steve Dunn. Were you surprised to see all our friends?
Incredibly. I hadn't seen Paul in quite a while. I saw Jeff fairly recently, Natalie a little bit ago, but just all three of them together.
Yeah.
It was just so
all
great.
of us,
Yes.
yeah. 39 years, lots of stories, lots of different hair colors I'm noticing behind us.
Why are you pointing at me when you say that?
Well, I mean, I guess it could go for both of us as well. Let's talk about some of your more memorable moments.
Well, we had a lot of them, of course,
Yeah.
over the years. Remember the Malheur Refuge?
Yes.
And Ammon Bundy and his crew took over that area, and it was a big story. And so we really pushed and pushed and pushed to get an exclusive interview with him. And finally, he led us onto the compound to do an interview. And I remember we took a couple of producers with us, and one was a little nervous about getting on there because you had to go through all of his security, and then he made us wait for about an hour before he actually did the interview. So it was a little nerve-wracking through the whole process, but eventually he did have that conversation with us, and it was pretty incredible.
You guys were the only ones that he brought on. Right?
Only once he did a one-on-one interview with at that time. It brought us on to his compound. Yeah.
Of course, you've also done international stories.
We did the Iraq War, of course, went there for the first Gulf War there, and we saw just one of the most incredible stories I've ever been a part of, and it was a U.S. Marine who would lead the Iraqi children around the camp every single night and teach them English along the way. It was really stunning. And someone, while we were there, told us that you guys have to go to this camp and do this story on this Marine because he is so incredible to those kids. And we did the story with him, and I would so love to find this guy to this day.
Some of the more memorable people in our community, many longtime Portlanders will remember this time of our history.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Tanya Harding story, of course, was a big while we were here. And I eventually did a couple of interviews with Tanya later on. In fact, one just a couple of years ago, and talked about that incident. In fact, while there's the picture here where I talked to her a few years ago. The expectation was we're just going to have an interview at the ice arena, and I just said, hey, any chance you throw your skates on and skate around for us? And she did.
That's
and
awesome.
And she still skated very, very well.
Yeah, quite an athlete.
Yeah, no doubt.
And of course, we've been able to go on a trip together for the Ducks National Championship game.
We did. We went to Dallas, Texas for the national championship game. So incredibly cold. And because of the time difference between here and Dallas, Deb and I were doing live stuff for the 11 o'clock news here at 1 o'clock in the morning. And it was so incredibly cold. In fact,
You have frostbite.
I got frostbite on my face while we're, seriously, we're
From
up
Dallas.
on the bleachers at 1 o'clock in the morning. But that was a great trip, though.
That really was. And you've also the big moment with the Blazers. You've covered many stories with the Blazers.
We did. They sent me back to when Greg Oden was drafted #1 by the Portland Trailblazers back in New York at Madison Square Garden. Where Katie Brown and I, our sports director at the time, went behind the scenes there and watched the draft. And when Greg got done, he walked back and gave us, you know, his first interview. And so that was just fascinating to see. And of course, a big moment for Portland at that time.
Of course, you've told thousands of stories, been a part of thousands of people's lives while you've been here 39 years, including volunteering and charitable works.
Yes, but you've done a lot of it too. I mean, all the folks that we work with have done a lot of volunteer. Yeah, Meals on Wheels people, of course. We've done a lot of the festival of trees through the year, and we've also had our golf tournament, our charity golf tournament, which has been big. We've been able to donate a lot of money to a number of different charities through the years, but that comes with a whole lot of help and a lot of people jumping in to lend a hand. So. Trust me, it was not just me.
You know what's been wonderful is to watch you and your son through the years as well, because he's also been featured on K2. In fact, we want to bring Logan in right now.
There he is. There's the man of the hour right there. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Dad.
How are you? Good. Nice to see you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I got some flowers. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. Logan, he started on television at a young age. Logan and I actually did the fireworks show out in the Dalles, and when you were 7 or 8 years old at the time, and then he started doing some stuff for Afternoon Live and AM Northwest, doing some cooking shows and what have you. Now he's getting tall and his hair's growing and he's playing a lot of basketball, so hopefully I get a lot more time with Logan in the
He's
the
a
days
natural
to come.
on television, by the way.
Well, he is a natural. I know. In fact,
This
you
could
should
be your career.
You should
You
be
wanna sit
sitting
with your
here. No question about it. Give me a big hug, buddy.
We have a job opening, Logan. So.
Yes, they do. Yeah. Anything you want to say before we go to break?
I just want to say I'm very proud of my dad, especially after all these years he's been on TV. And I know this means a lot to him, and I'm just super proud of him after all the years of him working here. And just a great job, Dad.
Thank you. That's give me another hug. All right. Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
I know he's proud of you too, Logan.
Yes, always. Always proud of you.
As we go to break, stay with us. Steve's final message.
Good job. That was well. I'm sure by now a lot of you are thinking this goodbye has gone on long enough, so I won't take much longer. Working in this business has truly been a dream come true. When my parents bought me a tape recorder at age 10, I would interview anybody who would let me, including the family dog. Thanks to my parents for their steadfast support over the years. They had to put up with some wild times as a kid and haven't given up on me yet. Thank you to every person I've worked with over the years, from management to writers to producers to reporters, directors, you name it. If not for them, I'm not hearing, I guarantee, not doing what I do now. Thanks to all of my awesome co-anchors I work with. They're not only professional, but fun. If you could only see what we talk about in the commercial breaks. And despite what many of you think, Deb and I are not married. Deb, where are you? We both get that question about once a week, I promise you. I'm not 100% sure what this next chapter will bring, but I look forward to it nonetheless. I have wonderful people in my life that I hope to see more. If you see Logan and I on the golf course, please say hello and make sure to duck. Until then, thank you for watching, everybody, and good night.